segment. Check this out. Joining me is a very special guest, Dr. Jack Taunton. He is the former Chief Medical Officer of the 2010 Olympics, and he's regarded as the father of running. And he's here today to talk about Nordic Walking and how it's benefited him.
Okay, well, first, why do I can only walk with poles. I had run 63 marathons, I ran 120,000 miles, but I was born with a congenital spine defect called spinal stenosis. I see my dad have 3 major surgeries, and at the end of the day, and my last surgery was almost 2 years ago, I had 2 5 days apart. I've had 7 surgeries, and I am fused from my shoulders, from T9 all the way down with 2 long big rods down to my sacrum, all screwed into the bone. And they have opened up the space for the nerve roots and opened up the space for the spinal cord. And then to complement issues, during a period of time with the surgery and the pain and so on, I developed hormonal failure, and so I have to, with that, I lost bone density. I became osteoporotic. And so I needed a form of exercise, and my surgery was all done by Dr. Marcel Dvorak, the head of spine at Vancouver General Hospital. And their physiotherapy staff are tremendous. You wake up from spine surgery and there's a pair of activator Nordic poles, and you don't use a wheelchair. You don't use a walker. You learn
Wonderful.
On poles. So I have been on poles now since my first surgery, which was, things fell apart for me in the preparation and then putting on the 4.5 years of 2010. So my first surgery was 2 weeks after I got back and traveled around to a number of countries and cities the IOC wanted me to visit, because they felt that my tremendous medical team, not me, but my team, put on the best ever medical services and anti-doping service for Olympics. So I from all that sitting and flying, which is the worst thing for spinal stenosis, I had lost control, particularly of my right leg. And so I had a foot drop. I couldn't lift my leg up. I had no quad, no hamstring, but I'm out on my poles. And so at first, it was just to regain my endurance. And so I would do long, slow distance. But now, as the fusion has set, the screws are all, in place. I have a very weak right leg, which I'm in the gym trying to build up. But now I have incorporated what we did with this latest study, that I do hill repeats twice a week. Wonderful. I do speed work on the flat once a week, and often will incorporate that with trails, so it's a bit uneven. The shoes that help me and help others that have problems with balance are the very flexible shoes, because they cause the foot to do extra work. And so I will use an equivalent of a Nike Free, and it's one of their new versions. And that has helped me considerably by having a shoe which forces my foot to have to work. But I think the poles would be, and we have to prove this, and we will. They have to prove that these would be good rehabilitation for those that have had a knee replacement and those that have had a hip replacement, because it reduces the force, I feel, and certainly from the pilot, to the knee and to the hip.
Dr. Taunton, thank you very much for coming on the show. You are truly inspirational, and we love you to come back.
Well, thank you very much.